Hello. How are we all? Right, okay, so I think I've solved some of the issues we were having. Got a little bit more of like a live kind of thing going on now, so there shouldn't be as much like latency in the chat, so I'll be able to see you all and talk to you all in a little bit more of a live setting. Hello, Georgia, how you doing? Okay, right. So we are going to be playing some Farthest Frontier, as I promised, and we're going to start a brand new settlement. And this is kind of going to be the long-term sort of project for streams and stuff, which I'm really excited about. So I've done a little bit more of kind of like research and stuff, so I kind of know a little bit more about what I'm doing and things. So we are going to dive in. I don't know if any of you who are watching have managed to play Farthest Frontier yet, but another couple of things. Planet Zoo have just announced a very special live stream as well, so I think that means we're getting new DLC. That's going to be happening this week, I think, which is going to be really exciting. So, birds maybe, aviaries, proper, you know, new animal pack. Let's see. Anyway, let's get some gameplay done. Right, new settlement time. We're going to leave everything as is. We'll randomise this. See if we can get something that sounds really good for our town. Bourbon Town. Burwich, Wolfyborough, New Arcovia. Hello, dears. How you doing? Let's do... Barrowholme. I like Barrowholme. We'll do that. Right, okay. Yep, that'll do. Right, let's get started. Whew. So, still getting delay on the chat and stuff, but that's okay. We'll kind of work on all of that. That should be a lot better soon. And yeah, we're just going to have a nice little chill out. And let's get this new settlement started. I need it like more of a chilled out stream tonight with a little bit less chaos because I've just got out of a raid with my Elder Scrolls Online guild, so I'm a little bit tired, so today's definitely going to be a lot more of a stripped back, chilled out. We're going to get started and we're going to see what happens, and hopefully we'll not have bears running around attacking everybody. No problem, Georgia. I hope you get sorted soon. So, here we go then. It's taking a while to load this. Oh, there we go. I spoke and it responded. Right, let's see. Okay, so I don't want... Right, herbs are a good thing. So let's have a look what we got here. Herbs are kind of what we need, but we also would like to be quite close to some fish and stuff. That's good. What about hunting? It doesn't look like there's a lot of hunting around here, and a clay pit would also be good. So if we can find something like that nearby, I think that'll put us in a good position. But herbs were definitely what we were lacking last time, and that's where we ran into some... Ooh, this could be good. Got some hunting that we can do. Just need to find some herbs. There's herbs down there somewhere, and clay, and fish, and deer. Scouts have picked a good place here. And lots of water and fertility there as well. So, if we put it here, we're good for herbs. And we're good. Yeah, okay, right. This is where it's going to go. Put it around here. Yeah. Yeah. Right, so we're close enough to, like, everything. Way! Hello, Anna. Welcome. Yes, it's time. So I'll be streaming this today and hopefully Thursday, but plans might change, and I might end up doing a second stream tomorrow instead. I'm kind of waiting for my girlfriend to decide what's happening, basically. So hopefully we'll have another stream. Well, there's definitely going to be another stream this week. It's either going to be Wednesday or Thursday. I don't know. And then next Tuesday, Terra Nil is released, so that's going to be very exciting to finally get in and play. Right, now, we don't need bushes and berries to begin with. We just need to clear a nice little patch of, like, trees. Well, Anna, we've started again. I didn't save the last one because it was kind of just playing and seeing how you guys were kind of responding to it. So we're going to do a brand new one. This is a brand new build. I've kind of done a little bit more research into what I'm doing, and then we'll be able to hopefully sort it all out and have a much better run of it. But yes, Terra Nil is like a reverse city builder, so there's it looks really fun and really chilled out and relaxing, and it's all about, civilization has ended, and yeah, you've got to it's like a reverse city builder, so you kind of turn up and the wastes are there, and you have to, it's like elements of puzzle games, but also you're putting things in, and the aim is to restore the landscape to what it was previously, and then use those materials and reclaim what you've added to the landscape to restore it, and then you fly off in an air balloon or a spaceship or something. So yeah, it looks really cool. Quite excited for it. I played the demo not too long ago, and it looked like a really good game, really promising. So the next step we want is we're going to start on our resources. So the first thing we're going to need is a firewood splitter, and our firewood splitter is going to go kind of somewhere around. We basically need to, like, map out different districts. So the first one is, obviously, we're going to have housing somewhere, but housing needs to be somewhere where it's going to be nice, and you need to leave a lot of space for, like, decorations and stuff. So basically we need to set up separate little districts where we're going to be able to do all of our woodworking and stuff, and anything that's not desirable will need to go in a certain place. So first things first, we'll get the firewood splitter on the go so that we can actually make some firewood. We're going to put it far enough away from there so that our villagers will not, it's kind of got to have enough distance between the actual village itself, but not so much that people have such a long way to travel. Travel time is a killer. Yes, Anna, it is. It's night time. It's 10 p.m. here, so it's just going to be a short one today, just to set us up, because I was quite excited and I had nothing else on for tonight, so I thought we might as well do a little bit of a stream and have a nice chilled out evening as we wind down from the day. Right, let's get some houses put in place. So we're just going to queue up a couple of houses. I'm going to put one here like this, with a little gap there, and then one there like so, and then we'll do another one here and another one here. That's 4 houses. We'll just see how that looks. Ooh, oh, okay. Well, yeah, definitely a nice chance to just unwind for a little bit after getting blood drawn. Right, okay, so more trees and stones we want to harvest. We're going to grab another little swathe from here, and then we'll go back up towards the firewood pit there. And then we can have a look at what else we've got. So food production is going to be very easy. We need to pop down a hunter cabin. And we're going to put our hunting cabin... where were there? There was some deer somewhere, I'm sure. Or have I negated them by building so far down here? I think they were out that way. So we've got... Ah, no, they're there. There they are. Right, so our hunter cabin, we're going to put all the way out here. And then we'll move the work area over to there. And then we'll pop down a fishing hut near to the hunter cabin. There. And we could actually do with, where have we got the gatherer's hut? So what we need to do here actually is put the smokehouse in between our fishing and our hunter cabin. Right, so things are starting to kind of take shape. And then what we'll then do is we'll go out into kind of around about where our forager's shack could be, which we'll put next to the firewood splitter. And the forager shack can go there. And then that then needs to have a storage, which will be the... Okay, so our stockyard we'll put next to the firewood splitter. Right there. And then once all that is done, we will be able to add in our storehouse and our root cellar. Now, Frostpunk. I own Frostpunk. That's as far as I get. Yeah, I didn't play it much. I do really like it, but I didn't actually spend enough time with it to be able to really get into it. I really like it, and I'd love to play it a bit more. So we could maybe do that. It's just I'm quite conscious, right, that when I first started the when I first started the channel, I was doing a lot of stuff that was ended up being quite an old game, so I like missed the mark on quite a few things like Jurassic World Evolution and stuff, which I'd love to play a bit more of, and I am planning on coming back to. So kind of by the time I started really getting into the content creation and stuff, Frostpunk was considered a bit more of an old game, but I'll maybe give it a go because I really like the idea of it. A lot of the stuff that I play, I really like the kind of post-apocalyptic feel, so maybe we'll do a little Frostpunk stream at some point. I think they've announced a sequel, haven't they? I could be wrong about that, but I'm sure I saw somewhere that they've announced a sequel. Or is it a remaster or something? I have no idea. But anyway, I need additional housing. I'm trying to build houses. Okay, so... Alright, maybe I will. You can see the UI is starting to shout at me, but I don't have enough wood, so we need to chop down a few more trees. And hopefully they'll stop shouting at me. Okay, well, maybe we'll do a little bit of Frostpunk at some point. Excellent. I mean, there's a lot coming out, so I kind of need to focus down and pick a game. I'm assuming we're going to get another Planet Zoo DLC announcement coming tomorrow, this week at some point. They're doing a stream on Wednesday, which is actually tomorrow. So that could be happening. And then obviously there's Cities Skylines 2 and, well, I mean, Frostpunk 2. There we go. So there's quite a lot kind of coming into the works this year. So I just need to keep an eye out and see what we end up with. Anyway, things are starting to move pretty well here. We're getting quite a few things now finished off and built. And just in time, because our food stores are running a little bit low. So if we can kind of get at least our... hello, Dizzy again. Yeah, I mean, I'm just... it comes from actually doing the whole creation thing. It was... When I first started, I had a lot of things running at the same time. And it got really overwhelming. And I was like, I quite like, you know... I'm going to have to focus down on something. So for like streams and stuff, it's not too bad. Right, okay, so now we have more people wanting to come to our settlement. We need a 4-month supply of food and 6 houses. And then, yeah, things just started getting a little bit out of control, so I couldn't keep up with it. But streaming's really cool because we can do a little bit of chatting and then pick a game to play and stuff. And with the VODs being there, I can go back and I've essentially got a video there where there's a bit more interaction and stuff. I'm recording this episode so that we can make some adjustments and stuff, and I'll probably put out a little commentary based video so that people have got something to refer back to. But yeah, oh, that reminds me, I need to build a well. Where are the wells? Resources, there we go. Pop a well down here. There. And then we actually should probably put another one down there, and we'll stick another one around here. So I've learned that water's pretty important in the grand scheme of things. So you need to really... now, annoyingly, I've changed the screen that my game is on today. And I'm just trying to work it all out. Right, we're going to run a dirt road all the way down here. And then we're going to run another one in. And I'm just hiding the... and then we'll run a dirt road out to here. All the way along. There we go. And actually, what we can then do is we'll have this dirt road go all the way along here. And then they kind of match up in a really weird way. Well, that worked out much better than I thought. So now all we need to do is just make sure that everything kind of gets put in place, and then we should have the basics of our brand new settlement up and running. Just going to put more commands out to get these things harvested. We do have the fishing shack, which is now in place, and we'll just move the work area a little bit so that there's more fish kind of in there. Now, one thing worth pointing out is here, this shoal of fish, it's actually like an increase to the amount of fish that you'll get. So it's, normally you can see around here, you've got the little, like, pop-up thing here where they get basic amounts of fish, but these are like kind of rich numbers of fish. Yeah, I have, I'm running it at a high speed, so if I slow it down though, here we go. Who's this? Who we got here? Boren on his way to work. He's building my little road. And then we've got another one here. And what's he? The hunter cabin. I'm not sure why this is here. The building has no food. Well, that... get... Oh, we are out of food. We are flat out of food. So hopefully our fishermen will be able to bring some fish to us. Okay, we'll speed them back up. We need food and we need it quick. Right, we've got wood. We've got the firewood splitter on the go. It's winter. We are out of food though, so hopefully this smokehouse will get up and running, and that'll preserve a lot of our meat. We've got to build this basic well here. Got another well going on there. Yeah, okay, so we are up and running, and everyone can go speedy. We're in year 2, and nobody has died yet. You'll also notice that we're not close to any, like, wolves. And so, yeah, over here we've got the hunting cabin. And you can then set a work zone for this, which we'll set over here because we've got deer roaming around this wooded area here. So what we need to do is try not to cut down the trees around here. We've also got sand there, hawthorn bushes and stuff. So lots of stuff there. And then we've got the fish, which is obvious over here. Then there's a gatherer's hut right here, the forager shack, which we can then, they will then forage for berries and roots and stuff and medicinal herbs, which is very useful because the herbs will then allow us to treat the sick. And if you remember last time when we played, we had a lot of we had someone get rabies and somebody get something else. I mean, the game looks beautiful. I really like it. I'm not so keen on the blur that kind of happens in the background there. I think that's a little bit too garish, but it does look stunning. And it's a shame that I can't, you know, tilt. It's kind of fixed at this angle. It would be nice to be able to tilt the camera a little bit and get a little bit closer. See everybody a little bit like close up and personal, like these two here who are chopping with invisible axes by the looks of things. But it is a beautiful looking game. I mean, it would be really nice to have something that's a bit more of like a free cam to get down and really take some nice photographs or something. But we've got a fog of war here. So when we first kind of were planning where we were going to put our town centre, all of this was revealed so we could pick and choose where we wanted to put stuff. And then as you... Oh, what's going on here? Oh, is someone just attacking the deer? Yeah, that's okay. Right. I thought that was a villager getting attacked. Yeah, so when we first come in, all of this is revealed, and now we have to explore parts of the map to reveal it again. Right, how are we looking? We've kind of done the basic beginning here. We're just waiting for these these few remaining buildings to finish off. We're out of food again, though, which is a little bit of a concern. And what have we got? We now have our stockyard, which is really good. So next up, we want to be building our... So we've got the firewood splitter. Our saw pit is something a little bit more advanced, so we're going to hold off on that for now. We've got a fishing... We can build another fishing shack, actually, because the fishing shacks, you can only have one person working in the fishing shack. So if we build a couple and then spread out the spaces that they've got, we should be able to increase our food production a little bit more. So we'll build that one. And then once that's built, we can also bring in another hunting shack and another forager shack. So we'll stick a forager shack on this side of the village as well. And they can forage around here. Then we're going to build another hunter cabin right behind the original one. And we'll have the actual hunting cabins overlap. Because they will replenish eventually, so it's not too much of an issue there. And lastly, we've got our fishing shack, we've got another gatherer's hut, and we've got our new hunter cabin. That's all we need there. And then we're not going to do farming yet. We've got the smokehouse. We actually need a brand new storehouse for storage of all of our items, and we're going to put that, I guess we can put it on this corner here so that most places have access to it. And then lastly, we want to put a root cellar, and that will go near this second. We'll put that here as well. Cool. Right. Let's. Everything's fully sped up, so we have no fish at our fishing shack, but that's because we haven't yet given them a work zone. So we're going to put their work zone around here. So it slightly overlaps there, but it's not too bad. Next up, we're going to grab this. Oh, we haven't got our hunter cabin built yet, but we'll have them overlap. That's not much of an issue. And then this gatherer's foraging shack will kind of go a little bit further out over to here. And as you can see, we're building more stuff, so the fog of war is being revealed. We've got a load of wood cutting queued up as well, so that's not too much of a problem, and it looks like everything is starting to be built. So our forager shack we're going to have go over to here, and then our hunter cabin, we're going to have them try and cover, again, this area here. Oh, it's a different hunter cabin. And then we can start putting in a few more houses, because this is starting to look rather nice. So that's just, we'll ignore that. You know about desirability. We kind of went through it last time when we were first starting to build. And that's, yeah, everything seems to be looking pretty good. We are now starting to build up a nice good food store there as well. We've got 7 months of food in public storage. And yeah, it looks like we're only going to lose 3 months of food to spoilage. So if you can see, your smoked meat or smoked fish and standard fish is in a little bit of a problem, but we've got plenty of greens, and then we can maybe consider doing farm very soon. So what I'll do is, I'm just going to, we're about like midway through year 2, so we're not going to go for farming yet, because we kind of want to wait until springtime before we start working all of that out. But as you can see, we now have a lot of food stuff covered, so that should be really nice. And all of our buildings are done now, so that means we can have a quick look at what we need to do to continue improving things. So the graveyard we can leave for now. We don't have anybody dead, thankfully. So houses might be another good one. We are going to need to build another couple of them. The saw pit is for making like improved wood. Our fences we are going to need to put in at some point around our farm. So, well, we might as well go with the farm now. So I want to build most of my houses down here. And we also need to make sure we've got enough space for a fence. So we are going to go with 6x7, 7x7 farm. We'll do a 6x6 farmland, and then we'll surround it with a fence. And then we can put a gate in later on. Now, we need more wood again, but we've still got stuff queued up for chopping, so that's fine. And as you can see, autumn is rolling around. But look at that, we've got loads of food now. 16 months of food. So we can start queuing up some houses. And I am going to leave a little bit of space on either side. We've got predators attacking our villagers, but that's okay. For now, anyway. Okay. We're looking good. We just need to find a way to attract more people to the settlement. Happy days. Right. Winter is coming. Two new villagers and a new villager has been born. Great stuff. Now, last time, we'd actually lost villagers by this point, so we're already doing a lot better than we have been. Yeah, I hoped somebody would get the the reference. Almost, you know, we'd probably almost forgotten about the show completely. But, you know, here I am to remind you all of its existence. Yeah, no bear attacks yet. Somebody got attacked, but I don't know what it was. I can't see any carcasses lying around either, so I'm guessing we're okay. Right, it's winter, so these guys have stopped building. So they'll continue to gather. I wonder if we can turn off that blur. Let's just have a quick look. Video settings. Right. If I turn off soft particles... Ah, depth of field. There we go. Nice and easy. Ah, that's better. Now we get a better look at things. The depth of field was really weird. But the little fishing shack there, that's really cute. I like that. But as you can see, like, everything's got its own kind of, like, tooltips and stuff. So our fishing productivity from this area is 240%. And there's 12 fishing areas, which give you, like, a 40% bonus to the amount of fish that you'll catch there. And then this fishing shack here has a 130% productivity bonus. There's 11 areas, which give it a 30% bonus. So it's a little bit smaller, probably due to the overlap as well. If we just have a look at our hunter cabins, actually... We don't have anything kind of like that right now. And it looks like it's just... Yeah, okay. So I think people actually live in the hunter cabin. Because you can see here they've got stuff in storage. So they've got pelts, they've got tallow, water, firewood, smoked fish, and meat. So the smoked fish, I assume they'd be eating while they're at work. So I don't know if it's like a... They actually live in the cabin, or they just have that as like their lunch. Right, so once we're almost through the winter and everything's going surprisingly very well, the bears have not completely destroyed us yet, and people seem to be relatively happy. So we are now at year 3. A new village has been born. We are at our population cap, so hopefully these will start getting built as quickly as possible, because we're not going to be able to expand any further. If I just get rid of stones and just have them chop down trees, I don't want to go too much into this area here because we'll drive away the deer. So we'll cut down a few trees here and there. There's no trees there that we can chop down. But we've got a couple there as well. And these ones may have grown yet. No, they haven't. What about here? There we go. That's better. So unfortunately, until we get like a work camp, we just have to keep selecting trees to cut down. And we are also short. We've got no arrows left. So we are going to need to upgrade our town centre as soon as possible. So we need to build a market and get our population up and produce 50 wood planks. So we are going to start working on our timber by popping down a saw pit. We'll put the saw pit here. And then we're also going to queue up a tannery. But the tannery will go around the back of this resource production area. Hopefully not too close to our houses. So we'll put it right there. So it's got to be, it's like close enough to our hunters' cabins. And that'll give us a nice quick bit of transport from the tannery to the hunting cabins. Because the stuff from the hunters' cabins that they'll need in the tannery is right there. So we've got, where are we looking here? Pelts, basically. Pelts from the hunter cabin go straight to the tannery, and the tannery will make us some lovely new clothing. We could also do with a cobbler, but we've not yet got that unlocked. We need to have the storehouse and the saw pit. Once the saw pit is built, though, which shouldn't take us too long, we'll be up and running. But I'm very conscious of the fact that, you know, we are at our population cap and we need more people to come to the village to increase our workforce because we've got a lot going on here already and we're a little bit short on stuff. We are losing food to spoilage, but we've got 25 months of food now in storage and we're only going to lose about 6, so that's pretty good going. Over here, storage capacity in there, so you can actually like build barrels and stuff. There's a furniture maker and they can make storage barrels for things which you can put in your smoked meats and stuff like that, and that really helps you out. It stops that food spoiling. But because we've got so much in storage, we're doing pretty well. 2 new villagers coming in, which means more workers, and we're looking pretty good. Now, what else can we do? What else can I talk about in here? We don't have any sick villagers. We don't have any bedridden villagers, so that's also good. It's a hot temperature with a light breeze. And that's about it. Wood is still an issue, though, so we really need to get stuff farmed up here. Our villagers have just finished clearing that tannery build site by the looks of things, and they just need to get those resources dropped off. Over at the farm, that's kind of taken a while. I'm kind of learning that the farming takes a lot of time to set up, which is a little bit frustrating when you just want to get started. However, we have constructed another house, which means our population cap goes up a little bit more, and we just need to get that to the 30 mark, which I think once these 2 houses are built, we'll be there. We've got the saw pit build site being cleared now as well, and over here the tannery being cleared. I think there's been a good start. I'm actually going to up the volume a little bit because I can't hear the game volume at all. That might be too much. Or is it just not kicking out any music at all? I'm getting nothing. Oh, there we go. I got a little bit. But it is very quiet. Let me just... because it's really nice. Very peaceful. Oh, I've tabbed out. Let me just see if I can boost this a little bit. Yeah, okay, right. Let me work on that. Is that better? Are we getting anything? So we've got 6 new villagers coming in as well. We're going to accept all of them. That might be a bit too loud now, and you might not be able to hear me at all. But it does sound... It's got an amazing soundtrack. It's really peaceful. So, right, okay, that's a little bit better, and hopefully you'll still be able to hear me as well. I am going to just drop that down on my own music, so There we go. Right, okay, I think we're getting somewhere now. The peaceful tapping of the axes against the trees. Great, that's good. Thank you, Anna. And I'm going to slow things down because the... Let's just listen to the axes chopping trees for a second. Some sort of strange ASMR. A bustling market. Yeah, we know. We're getting there. I just need to make sure that I've got enough villagers. I've got some houses to build. Right, okay, so I did a little bit of research into the kind of way that you farm. And what you need to do is you kind of need to prepare your crops and fields first. So what I'm going to do is once the farm is carved out and we get the fences finished and we get all of the other buildings that we're waiting for finished, we're going to sort out the farming. There we go, we have a field now. So our crops are ready for assignment. So what we then need to do is, this is really crazy. So I'm going to get rid of the tutorial. From what I know, we have 71% fertility on this, an 85% weed level, which is not good, and a 53% rockiness level. So we're going to need to spend the first bit of our time here improving the field maintenance. So we need to put that in twice. Do we need to put it in twice? I don't know what it's doing yet. It seems to have had a little bit of a freak out. Right, okay, so I don't want to do that, so we're going to remove that. What's this mean? I don't know what that means. Oh, it's because we're right near the end of the year. So we're going to queue in the field maintenance there, then we're going to queue in more field maintenance and more, because we really need to get this sorted out. Then, for the next kind of season, we're going to do some clover. Now, clover improves the fertility of your soil. And that should hopefully get our field in a very good condition for, like, finally actually planting something. So you've got to really put the work in early on when you're doing your crops and stuff. Right then, what have we got going on here? What's this? What does the barrel mean here? The building's storage is full. Okay. Now, hopefully, we'll get these two houses built as soon as possible because we are topped out for our population. And I think I'm going to build another couple of houses. But we do have to be aware that we are coming right to the edge here of where the desirability starts to drop down a little bit. So I'm queuing up another 4 houses, which means we're probably going to have to queue up some more trees to be chopped down, which is fine. We've still got 2 years worth of food now, but we are going to lose 9. Now, if we have a look over here, they should just be maintaining that field now. And we're looking pretty good. Storage is filling up everywhere, but our storehouse is, yeah, plenty of space in the storehouse, so that's okay. And then we will find a way to get our, it's amenities and services. We can finally build our market. Now, if you remember from last time, the market will start collecting gold for us. So I'm going to put my market right there, and then we can run some roads. Now this is where I've hopefully been clever, because I can run a road there, and then I think I left a gap somewhere. Yeah, I left another gap here. And then we can... Now, the roads aren't amazing, I will say that much. Now, the problem here is, when we want to put in gardens and stuff to improve the village further, we're going to be in a little bit of a difficult situation, because we've just not left enough space here. And somehow we've got a little bit of an unorthodox shape there as well. But never mind, it's fine. We're overthinking it, I think. So the weed level has dropped a little bit. The rockiness has improved as well. Now, fertile environments are easier to improve than barren wastelands, which is good. The fertility will have an impact on our yield, but that weed level's really bad, so that needs to be sorted. And the rockiness, for some reason... So the end game, basically, what you need to do is get to like the highest tier of your settlement. Now, when I play a game like this, because there's not really a campaign or anything to speak of, I will be like, I want to go for 500 villagers or 1,000 villagers or something. So when I played End Zone A World Apart, which was a series I ran, the game was in early access, I wanted to play that. I was like, we are going to go for 500 population and then sustain it. And that was that. That was kind of the end of the series. So that was my end game, I guess. As far as I'm aware, there's not really an end game for this yet, but they will hopefully put something in. It would be nice to have like little scenarios or something where you have like they'd put like a unique illness or disease in, and you need to survive for a certain amount of time. That would be really useful. Like, you know, as we're in a medieval setting, they could have like the Black Plague or something like that in, and then, you know, you'd have to manage that, get to a certain point, or, you know, you load into a map and your whole village is on fire and you have to find a way to stop it. But yeah, none of that has been implemented yet. Would be interesting to see. Yeah, there's no real end game, so we kind of have to set our own. So I guess we could work out how difficult it is or how easy it is at the moment and be like, right, okay, let's go for 1,000 population, get every building to tier 3 or whatever, and then so yeah, there's stuff we can think about, but it's quite nice to just start building it, and then we'll just try and set our own end game, I guess. Something that we need to go for. So over here, we've got a soil mixture, and we can add things to kind of get in it. We need to get into a sweet spot here. Adding clay won't be a good idea, so if we can add sand, it will improve the mixture in our soil and give us a better fertility rating. So the weeds have, I think, grown a bit more, but I can't remember what it was at. Anyway, hopefully these guys are going to clear some stuff for us, and then this should improve the fertility, growing the clover. Then once that's grown, we're going to actually plant something and hope that we get a good yield from it. So we're going to pop down some peas, and then I guess we'll go with, what was the peas tolerance? Frost. And then we need something with heat tolerance, so we'll go with the beans. We're growing beans and peas. Sounds like a wonderfully balanced diet that our villagers are getting here. The market is being built, which is really good. We'll start getting money, and we've got a nice increase to our population, so we've got space for another 16 citizens. Once the market is built, we can upgrade our town centre and unlock our second set of buildings. They do sound very familiar to Anno, actually, yeah. Right, we finally have a Fletcher building, which we can pop down. We're going to put that right next. We're going to put it over here, actually, where most of our woodworking stuff is. And then we're also going to throw down our cobbler. And the cobbler will go over here. Right there. And then, of course, it's time for our wonderful compost yard, which we can't really build until our market is finished. So we'll get the compost yard up and running very soon, and that should kind of complete all of those basic tier 1 buildings, I think, if I go back through here, we don't have a graveyard yet, but nobody's yet died, so we don't need to build that yet. We've got those in place. We've got most of our food production in. It'll just be the compost yard there. Defences, we haven't really needed a tower yet, but we are going to have to do that. And actually, we are going to need to put a fence gate in. Maybe that's why my villagers have been struggling, because they can't actually get to... Oh, wait a second. Yeah, this doesn't work, does it? We're going to need to do something about that. So we're going to salvage this. We've built that way too big. There we go. And then we'll salvage these fences here. There, right, okay, so that should fix the farm issue. The weeds and the rocks have kind of come down quite a bit as well, which is really nice to see. And yeah, the village is expanding quite rapidly, so we may need to keep a check on that. We need to chop down a few more trees, so I'm just going to blanket the entire settlement here. See if we can catch anything in there. There we go, right, nice. But you can see our food stores have dropped a little bit. It is still in early access. I think we're at... oh gosh, right, somebody's got influenza. Does he have access to herbs? Now, where does he live? Let's have a look. Where's his house? He's got smoked meat. He's got greens. Can we see where your house is, Davor? Doesn't look like I can see where Davor lives. Ah, this is his house. Does he have herbs in there? He does have herbs in there. So he should be able to cure his influenza very soon. We've got some food lost to spoilage in our market. But we are now starting to generate gold, which is nice. So as soon as we get 50 wood planks in, we can actually start upgrading our settlement. We are waiting for some of those wood planks to go and be used at the Fletcher, which means we'll be able to get more arrows made for our hunters. Now over here, there's medicinal roots, which makes me wonder, should we just move our forager shack over here so they can get those roots? And they've still got quite a bit of space there, so they're going to run out and get those medicinal roots for us. Yes, it's still in early access, Anna. Now look at that, estimated yield for our peas is huge because we've done all of that maintenance, and we're going to get a lot of food coming in from that, which is fantastic. Got plenty of storage, so we've got about a year's worth of food, and we just need to make sure that... Come on, Davor, seeking medicine. Have you got your medicine? Are you okay? He's got greens, he's got berries. His health is at 100%. Oh, he's got pneumonia. I wonder how we treat him then. How do we treat him? Like, there doesn't seem to be like a priority for it. I wonder if we just have to hope for the best. He's got warmth. His health is at 100%. So I'm hoping that he's going to just go home and sleep it off. But anyway, we are now starting to stockpile our wood planks so that we can actually upgrade our town centre. We've got a winter to make it through now, and then hopefully when we come into the new year, we'll actually be able to start growing some crops. Although I have scheduled in this clover. No, you go for it. You're very welcome. I might actually be able to catch your stream later on, actually. Well, it'll be morning by the time it comes round, but yeah. If I wake up early enough, I will see you then. A villager has died. Davor. Oh, poor Davor. But we've also got some stuff that we need to sort out here as well, so we are finally going to have to build our compost. So we'll get the compost yard up and running. And then we'll need to put in a little path to that as well, I think. So we'll move our dirt road, have it run all the way along here. And then we're going to need to build, finally, a graveyard. Now I should be able to fit just a small one in here. We'll run it right up to the wall fence of our farm there. I wonder if he just needed like the medic's hut that we unlock later on. Well, that is a shame because I was hoping to get that town centre upgraded, but we've not been able to, so we'll just hang fire on that, I guess. Alright. So, we need to get another forager in there. There we go. No, don't worry, Diz, it's fine. I'm just chatting away like there's 700 of you in here, so... Right. So, we've got our composter. No, we haven't. We're still waiting for some wood to be delivered to our composter. Once that's done, we'll hopefully be able to start collecting some of the waste that's started to build up on here. And then... we've got a nice bit of money coming in, though, which means we're going to be able to afford this composter. We are pretty much tapped out, though, on our population, so it's probably time to build a few more houses. We don't want to overdo it, though, so I'm just going to build a couple in and around our market. I mean, I said a couple and then I built 4. Yeah, I know our settlement now has a graveyard, so that's fine, don't worry about it. And then hopefully someone will go and start filling it. And our composter is almost built. So we've got more houses to build and then a few other bits and pieces as well. So I'll just see again if I can find any more trees to chop down. Again, just nearby. Don't want to go too far into the landscape, but also we need to be aware of the fact that food stores not looking great at the moment. So I can see here the clover field that we're putting in. It might be better if we just cancel that one and then put down some... Let's have a look. What can we put in? We'll put a cabbage in there. And that'll get a nice yield, which is really good. So that gives us a little bit more food variation and just a little bit more food in general. We're going to need to put down another well quite nearby here. So we'll shove that there. And then that gives people a little bit more access to water. And as you can see, we're looking pretty good in our market coverage as well. And we're starting to build up the wood planks, which is going to allow us to improve our town centre. So we're looking pretty good. It's been a decent start. The village is starting to develop a little bit. Obviously, these sort of things we can, as we expand, we're probably going to want to end up moving things around a little bit so that this doesn't look as messy and we get a little bit more uniformity in there. Like, I'm aware there's like a clay pit here and we'd quite like to start harvesting that. What we don't want, though, is to harvest too close to our shelters because the desirability drops and settlers get unhappy. So lots to think about, but we are now planting our cabbages. So that's good. Now, we have got a cobbler now, haven't we? Yes, we've got a cobbler. So shoes are being made, but they do actually need more stuff by the looks of things. They need, what do they need? Pelts. So we're out of pelts. We do have a deer out there, which is good. But our hunters, I mean, they're out there. So they should be doing the job. And our Fletcher is making plenty of arrows for them as well, so that's okay. 17 more wooden planks, and then we should be good to upgrade our stuff. But food, that might be an issue very soon. If we can get to 100 population before the end of the stream, I think that'll be a good jump forward. We might actually expand our foraging over to here, because there's quite a few areas there that we haven't yet tapped into. So let's we'll grab another forager shack and we'll stick it out here in the middle of the Oh, we've found some predators somewhere. Where are they attacking? Ah, over here. So we've got some stuff over here. I'm going to put a forager shack here, and then once it's built, we'll move its area to around about here. So there's plenty of stuff out there that they can be grabbing, like herbs and other bits and pieces too. And we will actually build another root cellar close by. And once again, we can't zoom any further out, which is a little bit frustrating. We'll just queue up some tree chopping, and we can probably queue up a little bit at the back here as well. Now this forager shack, we're going to move the area of effect on it over to here. So they'll go out and forage stuff over in that area. And once that one's built, there we go. We're going to move this one to around about here. And our farm's looking pretty good. We've collected plenty of waste, and yeah, we're looking pretty confident at the moment. We need what do we need? 8 more stone and 50 more wooden planks. Right, let's get some stones harvested. So once again, nice big blanket coverage with this. Ooh, but we don't want to eat into the deer's habitat, which is a bit okay. I was hoping not to do that, but I've done it now, so we'll just leave it as it is. Right, let's just spend a bit of time just watching the village go by. I really like the designs on it, like the little huts and stuff look really cool. Very peaceful sounding. And once we kind of upgrade stuff, it looks a lot better. And we can upgrade the houses as well. Happy days, okay. Now we're starting to build up some nice food stores, but as you can see, we've got 7 months of food that we're going to lose to spoilage over the next 12 months because this root cellar is now full, which is why we've built this one. Hopefully stuff will start going there, and the food that we've got stored here we can work on a little bit. So we've got smoked meat, we've got berries. What we can then do is when we finally get upgraded and get our trading post in, we can actually start selling some of the food that we've got. There we go, it's time to upgrade Barrow Home Town Centre. So that'll get delivered, and then we will be able to continue expanding. So the stone's on its way. Wood planks coming in, new villagers being born. Now, a villager has the flu. What do we need to do to help them? Right, which villager has it? Okay, it can reduce... Villagers treated with herbs can continue working and have a good chance of recovery. Having open beds at a healer can help villagers recover while reducing the spread of the disease. So, can I... This is their shelter. You're unable to work. Can I just send you home? Or are you just going to stay there? They've got linen and hide coats, but... This is Al. I named him in another episode and he's... His name has stayed in the game by the looks of things. Right, we need to get him home. So, our forager, we're going to take that off and hopefully he'll then go home. Yeah, okay, so he's off to seek shelter. Then if we add one back in... No, he's... Now he tries to work it. I just want you to go home. Go home, please. Now we've got a villager sick with scurvy. Nobody's got scurvy, he's got flu. And he's now... Has he been cured? Apparently so. There we go. Okay, so we just took him out of work. He went home, he's now cured. And he's back to work. So we lost quite a bit of food to spoilage there. But that kind of makes me think we should be okay with continuing to expand. We now have an upgraded town centre. It's year 6. We've had new villagers born and we've got some new villagers migrating into the town. Nice good haul of beans expected. We can actually remove this now. We don't need to do that. So that will allow us to add in maybe carrots or turnips. I think probably leeks actually would be a good one. There we go, that's nice. Right then. Next we can start building some brand new stuff. So the wagon shop is kind of the first port of call, I think. Because that's going to allow us to stock things for our... It's going to allow us to move stuff around the settlement a little bit quicker, basically. So we're going to put the wagon shop over there. And then we are probably going to be better off grabbing maybe the healer's house or the trading post. I think the trading post, and we'll put it right next to our town centre. Right there. I'm just going to move the storage cart and move it over to here. And then what else can we do? What else can we put in? Storage, we've got the carts, we've got now a granary is for wheat and other grains, and a vault is for the town's gold. Then we've got a windmill, which will grind wheat into flour used for baking, then the bakery, which turns flour and water into dough, which is then baked into bread. The arborist will work at the building and maintain and harvest fruit trees nearby. Very interesting. But where can we put the arborist's building? I guess out here would be good, but the fertility's not amazing there. Now there was 100% fertility, and that's because it's right in where the so here's the idea. If we put the arborist building here, and then hopefully they'll have a movable area of effect, and we'll move it to where the deer are, so that the deer will have a constant kind of habitat that's being maintained by the arboretum. Now, we are short of wood, so we're going to have to go somewhere, like around here, maybe, or here. What about bushes as well? Can we just chop all these bushes away? Will that give us some wood? think it should do. Now our beans are looking good. We're going to get a nice big yield from there. And then we just need to make sure that we've got plenty of food in storage. So we're going to pop down a few more houses. We can actually build the tier 2 houses. But that's just a temporary shelter. Oh, okay, so that's for workers who are far away, so working out in the middle of nowhere, I guess. Well, we'll pop down another couple of houses here. 4 houses, should I say. In fact, let's go further. There. So that's another 6 houses being built. And I'm just looking at what we need to upgrade them. So we need a 30% desirability rating. We need to have 2 food types. And then the wood planks and the logs. So what we can actually do now is start putting some decorations in. So there's some small gardens here that we can put in. Hello, Journey. How you doing? So I'm just going to put a load of stuff around here. It's going very well, thank you. I'm glad you're doing well too. Okay, so I know you like little cozy builders and stuff. So yeah, it's a cozy resource management type game. A lot of stuff to plan though. So it's not... It's cozy, but also can definitely be stressful. But yeah. So while we're doing it at the minute, we've basically been building the first steps of our settlement. And as you can see, we've got a nice population up here. Our cap on the right is 80, and we have 62 residents here. And they basically have a number of different jobs. So we've got hunters, fisherfolk, cobblers, tanners, and all sorts of other bits and pieces here. And the aim is to just kind of grow. There's no real end game here. I was saying this before. And all we're doing at the moment is just increasing the desirability of our shelters by putting in some gardens and stuff. And we're building a little trading post because, as you can see, there's a lot. The UI is very busy, but once you kind of get the hang of it, it's not too bad. So up here you can see we are in an extremely hot temperature. So over here you can see very hot light breeze, which kind of affects the yields of our crops. So there's just loads of stuff to think about and manage, but it's a lot of fun. It's a really good looking game for a kind of city builder type thing. Very detailed. It's in early access. I'm not sure if there's a definitive release date for it yet, but there's something coming on at some point. But I think it's going to be a really good game. There's a lot to play around with and a lot to kind of learn. And I did promise, well, I'm hoping to get to around about 100 population before we say goodnight, but time is running out, so... But we will be checking back on Thursday and playing a little bit more of this in the next stream. I don't actually have a video out this week because I've been busy overhauling the channel and doing a load of thumbnail upgrades and stuff, so lots of changes have kind of come about. Oh, we need clay for the arborist. Right, so we can't actually get clay yet because we don't have a clay pit. So we're going to need to get our trading post built first. once the trading post is built, we can actually have a trader come in and buy clay off them. And then we'll be able to build that arborist. And the arborist is going to hopefully, if I've kind of managed it right and I know what I'm doing, which I can't guarantee, we'll actually have the arborist sort of produce and grow new trees in this area, which will give the deer some habitat to explore and play around in, and keep them from being wiped out by our hunters. I'm hoping that's how it works. I don't know for sure, because just learning as I go here. And right, we better go over to this forager, and we're just going to move his work area to this area here. And if we keep moving them, the area around them will replenish, and we'll be able to continue gathering stuff and improving our food stores. Yeah, cute new villagers. Let's have a look. Actually, we've got little Joe in here, who's 1 year old. He's an old looking 1 year old. Then what else have we got? We've got Alta, 26, you're not young. Kelowna, who's 18. Dima, Alric the fisherman, Watrick the labourer, Morda, also a labourer. He's 1 going on 17. I like that. Myral is 4. Again, 4 going on 40, I think. But yes, very interesting. We can't name our villagers. We've got some empty shelters here as well, which when the children do kind of mature and get to the age of moving out, they will then move into new shelters. But also we've got new shelters in case we get some new people migrating to the village. Speaking of which, I'm actually just going to go to my saw pit and add a couple more staff into it, because we need to boost the production over there. You can see the ooh, the birds. That was nice. You can see we need wood planks over here to actually build this small garden, and they will increase the desirability of these shacks. We need to aim for about the 30% mark for desirability in the area. Once that gets to 30%, we then just need 2 different food types in there, and then we can upgrade these shelters. And here comes a trader. Here come 2 traders. And we got a blizzard coming in. Okay, I'm just going to slow things down because we're going to have to manage a few things here. This is messy and I don't like it. But, right, we are going to transfer some of our gold. We've got quite a bit of gold here. So we're going to take some from the town storage to the trading post. We're going to take 100. And then what will happen is the villagers will get to work. They will transfer the gold from our stores into that area. We have a trader in here. And what we want to do is we want to buy off them some... Where are we looking here? We want clay off this one. Trader 1 doesn't have any clay, but Trader 2 has plenty. We want to buy some clay off you, but we've got to wait for that to come through. So if we can just speed things up a second. Are they going to bring my gold? Yes, right, okay, and then we slow it down again, and then we'll buy some gold. Buy some clay for gold. Okay, we can't really afford the amount that we need, so actually what I'll do is I'll buy 100. That's going to cost 300 gold, so we will quickly transfer another 200 gold to our town storage. Oh no, I want 200 in my trading post. There. Then we'll speed up, get that gold dropped off. At some point, maybe they're all in, hiding from the blizzard. I mean, that would not surprise me. Yeah, I think they're hiding from the blizzard. Yes, I sped up time rather quickly to get stuff done. Right, okay, the gold is coming in. And hopefully There we go. We now have our 200 gold, so we're going to buy 100 clay. Not 100, because we can't afford 100. 65. There we go. And then we're going to buy and transfer it to our town storage. Yes, it has been massively sped up there, but I'm going to slow it back down again because we just need to have a quick look over here. So you have like a 3-year crop rotation, and everything kind of changes based on that. But yeah, you kind of over here we've got winter. We're in midwinter of year 6, but then you've got loads of, obviously you go through the full season, but the blizzard is pretty heavy, and yes, they will hang around. I don't know how long they hang around for, but once you kind of complete a trade, they then go off and then they don't come back for a certain amount of time. I think I'm just waiting for this transfer to complete, but it doesn't seem to have... Right, if I try and do this again... Yeah, it doesn't seem to be... Now, he's definitely got clay. I can't move items to that. Right, okay, let me just try and buy and stock. No, that didn't work either. So it says when he's leaving. He's departing in 0 days. That could be why I've not managed to trade with him. Do I need to dismiss this trader or something before I can actually... Huh. Yeah, this is a little bit of a pickle. So Trader 1, I don't want Trader 1 to be here, so can we... I'm going to add another staff member. I don't know what I could be doing wrong here. I want to buy 60 units of clay. Oh wait, 50 units of clay. Yeah, it doesn't seem to... How strange. How very strange. Well, we're just going to have to like see what happens with that, because it is not working. Like, I'm wondering if I need to dismiss Trader 1 somehow, but they're not. Let's have a look. Relative price, price per item, number of items in the inventory. You click that to start trading. Number of items available in the storage, town storage. Items are being stocked. Use transfer items to move in or out of the storage. Yeah, I'm very confused by this. This is not working. They don't seem to be moving at all. I've got the 2 traders there. Is my storage full? Let's have a look. Storehouse is not full. Root cellar's not full. Forager shack not full. Nope. The stockyard isn't full. Yeah, nothing is full. This is an odd one, isn't it? And yeah, jobs are looking okay as well. I'm just like, it's got nothing to do with that. It's got nothing to do with that. Let me just try and buy a little bit less then. If I just try and buy 10. Buy in stock. Nope. How weird. Right, we're going to leave that. I don't know what to do about that. Maybe it needs a reload. It's very strange because I'm doing everything that, you know, the game expects you to do, but it just doesn't seem to be buying stuff. But we'll leave that for now. It looks like we're not getting the clay to build our arborist right now. Could well be. If actually, I'm going to remove everyone. Then we'll put them back in. See if that works. Now, let's go over to here. The village is being raided. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This is new. Right, okay, this isn't good. We're under attack somewhere. Over here. We've got barbarians. They're taking a lot of money from us as well. But it looks like our villagers have valiantly fended them off. Who was that? Baron. Go get him. Get him, Baron. Don't let him escape. Solarius. Go, go, go. Get him. Go on. Chase him off. Is that another one? It is. 14 people have arrived at our village. Haha. Excellent. Welcome. Go on, get him. Yes. Wow. Okay, so I think, you know, we lost a lot of gold though. But that means we're going to need to start thinking about how we're going to be... we actually managed to save some of the gold that was in the trading post, which is really good. And then we're going to need to build some watchtowers. So if we go to our defences... everyone kind of proximity jumps in, but you can assign things like, you know, if I was to build a lookout tower now... because I've seen where they come in from, I'll build a lookout tower, someone will be assigned to it, and then they will automatically become like the village guard. Same with the barracks. You can then train your villagers up in a number of different like soldiering tactics and stuff, because raids do happen quite frequently and they will always target some of the more popular stuff. We got raided, actually, Georgia. Probably the most major thing. And it looks like we've discovered a little bit of a glitch with the merchants that seem to be preventing me from buying things. I don't know what's going on with it. But yeah, I can't seem to buy anything from the trading post. I'm following all of the instructions correctly, and it's not letting me do anything. But... we are now looking pretty good. So a party of 8, 1 villager is fighting. 7 raiders were killed, 1 raider escaped. That's just the little battle report there. I don't know how to get rid of it. So we're starting to see a couple of things coming up. Now, the thing about these is, yeah, the village was raided, I know. We did well. But, yeah, basically, we didn't lose any items. Our gold all seems to have returned to us. Train guards and build towers to help fend off raiders and thieves from your town. Walls and gates are another valuable defensive measure, since guards alone may not always be enough. We do need to build a few more houses because I want to get to 100 population before we close out the stream, which we will be doing very soon. So I'm going to pop down a house there and we'll stick another one there. and then another one here and here. And that should... Yeah, the merchants did their job. They saved us from bankruptcy by not allowing us to sell or buy anything off. Right, keeping stock on or off. Not buying. I think we should probably just save a second. We are going to save Barrow Home right there. Right, that is now saved. And then I'm just going to go to the main menu. And then we'll load back in and we'll see if that's kind of fixed anything. But, yeah, we're knocking on 100 population, which is really good. And things are looking very, very promising. Much better than last time, where half of our city was wiped out by the plague or something before I even got a chance to build it. But, yeah, back to the main menu. And then we'll load in to Barrow Home. And we'll see if we can actually trade with our merchants now. So yeah, I don't think you actually get raided in the early part of the game. Once you get to that tier 2 and upgrade your town centre for the first time, that's when raids will start to become more apparent. But it is another thing to watch out for, which is really nice. It's a nice little thing, but hopefully this trading thing is just an early access glitch and it's not something more sinister. Because if this save is broken, then we've kind of wasted an hour. Exactly, they don't raid until you've got something worth raiding, Journey, yeah. So you don't actually start collecting taxes until you build your first market. And that's when you start collecting gold and stuff, and then they'll start. There's the kind of incentives to start raiding. You can play on pacifist mode. It is an option when you first start the game, so all of that sort of stuff is gone. You can keep the difficulty level as hard as possible, but turn on pacifist mode and the raiders won't attack you at all. But obviously, you'll kind of have more expensive trades, there'll be more diseases and stuff, or you can just make it completely very easy, very light and easy to play. There seems to be a lot of customization you can have in with the games. So we've loaded back in and the traders are gone. I think what happened was, over that winter period where we had the blizzard, I ran out of time to do my trades and they left, but they didn't leave and they just glitched in place. Maybe they couldn't leave because of the blizzard, and then it's kind of led to this sort of problem that we're having there with that. So anyway, at least we know, and we are now starting to build our guard towers. Yeah, absolutely. That was the first time I've had an experience with the raiders, so that was quite interesting. And I remember playing End Zone and the raids there being an absolute nightmare, like really, really stressful, because you just get to a point where you're starting to recover and then you get hit by a raid. And with End Zone, it was like, this is very similar as well. You have natural disasters and you have disease and illness and stuff to deal with. So to then have a raid coming on when you've just got to the end of like a difficult period as it is, to then have to deal with raiders coming in, I think would be quite stressful. But yeah, so I think we've now that's now sorted. So, oh god, we've got a villager stricken with typhoid, speaking of which, and 2 new villagers have been born, so, you know, just... So, Solarius has typhoid. Solarius was one of the heroes of the raid, and he's seeking medicine. So it arises from uncleanliness. Ensuring waste is collected from houses. What we're going to do then is we're going to go to our hunter cabin where Solarius works. We're going to remove him from it. He should go home and seek medicine. Yeah, he's on his way home now. So he should now go get medicated, and after a few minutes of rest he should be back to work and everything will be okay again. Now we need to chop down some trees. Luckily we've got plenty of trees there. And at least now we kind of seem to have worked out what the issue was. I mean, I hope we've worked it out. All of these gardens have been built and the desirability rating has gone up to about 20%. So we can quickly go in and we're going to build a few more. Do you know what, Pandy? I've never played Valheim. I've heard really good things about it and the building tools and stuff look amazing. But yeah, I've never actually played it. So that might be something else that I think about picking up and playing at some point. I'm just going to put in a load of small shrubs all the way down here. So we're building some nice little gardens and stuff. And really starting to improve the desirability of the area. There's also a garden trail that we can put in here. I think this acts as a path maybe as well. So we're just going to run a garden trail all the way up here. Now this is costing quite a bit of money, but it's going to be worth it in the end when our villagers have a lovely settlement to live in. Not solo, damn, too much of a soloist. Maybe we should do a group one. Everyone, we'll all play Valheim together. We'll start a raiding party. So Solarius is still seeking medicine. I don't know what medicine he needs. There's herbs here, but they don't seem to be working on him. Let's just have a quick look at what he could need. Yeah, it's not giving me any help. He's bedridden. He needs soap, but we don't actually have a soap maker here yet. We can get one, but we don't have one. Right. So our defences are, you know, they're here. We've got lovely guard towers going up all the way around, but they cost to maintain. So we are going to need to make sure that we're making enough money. But as you can see, a load of new stuff has opened up. So we can actually get our own clay. Forget about the traders. We can get our own. Oh no. Oh god. I thought the game had crashed there. Right, we're building a clay pit. We don't need no traders. We can mine our own clay. And then we're right next to the arborist as well. So the clay will get mined and it'll go straight there. We are at 88 population. And we're going to hopefully build some more shelters as well. It stressed me out as well. Really did. I thought something had gone terribly wrong for a second. Thankfully, that was not the case. Now, I want to have a quick look at the range of my market because I must be getting close to... Yeah. So we can probably just about fit a couple of houses there, but that's going to cost us in terms of desirability. So we will quickly grab another couple of houses. We are like there, and then we'll put one there, and we'll have these go all the way along. There's a little gap there. Can't fit any in there, but we can there. Ah, okay, we are already building houses there. And then we've got a little bit of space there. So I think that should be good. Now over here, they're missing melee weapons, which is fine, we can deal with that. And this poor bugger, still seeking medicine. I think Solarius might, you know, he's gone from being a hero defending against that raid to now potentially looking at a very slow and painful death. Unless, if we can... What have we got? Where... Now, what was I looking for? It was in amenities and services. The healer's house. Now, the healer's house, we... Oh, that's a good idea. Let's cancel that shelter build. That's where we're going to put the healer's house. We've got typhoid starting to spread now, which is really not good. Now, a villager has died. Yeah, he might be a hero, but he does still need to wash his hands. That's correct. I'm going to delete these build sites, which is a shame because it would be nice to have them in, but we are going to need the space for a dirt road to go through here, and then another one to link up with our medicine man's house. Oh, I think this is going to need to go as well. What a shame. Can't quite see what's going on with the road here. I think we'll just leave it as it is. Right, so again, it's a child. Come on, we got to get this sorted. We need 20 clay for that. And we're struggling a little bit. Our capacity is 96 now though, so we could still make 100. But food stores in the winter will always take a beating, so hopefully we'll be able to recover those. Oh man. We got no wood again. It's paramount that we get this arboretum up and running, and also maybe get a work camp put in place as well. So we can go to resources and a work camp, so they'll continuously harvest wood and stone. And then, so what we'll do is we'll put that out here, probably there, and then we'll move the area of effect into that area there. Oh, a villager's been cured. They've been cured of typhoid. Oh, amazing. Happy days. And yeah, things are starting to look really good. We definitely need more villagers though, because soldier training, compost, and yeah, construction is starting to eat into our... Now we don't have any traders again. I'm wondering if this whole thing is just bugged, because they are supposed to show up, and I'm not quite sure how long it's been, but I think it's been a bit of a year. Yeah, absolutely hard times for the population. We're definitely not doing any growing here. Now we don't have enough income from gold, so obviously that one-time construction fees of 60 gold, we can actually... I do have gold in here. We're going to transfer back into the town storage. We can also actually build a vault to save our gold, so we could do that at some point. And now that actually we don't need anyone to be in there now, they can go back to work. And, oh, just as I get rid of all of the gold, a trader has turned up. Unbelievable. Okay, so we now have a trader here. They have smoked meat, bunch of other stuff, cheese, stone, tallow. Nothing that we really want, so we'll leave them. So he will depart in 60 days. And that's basically what will happen. Hopefully he'll actually leave this time and we'll not run into issues like we did before. And we're just going to queue up some harvests again, just to get rid of some trees, give us a little bit of wood. They are now, yeah, they're really messing with me. They either don't have the things I need, or they never leave. So either they stop paying us rent, or, oh god, we're losing food. Right, we have a little bit of an issue here. Mainly because it looks like our gatherers have run out of things to grab. I'm going to leave them in there though, because they're gathering herbs and stuff, which we always need. And if we can just change you over to there to get some greens from there, and then this forager's shack, we'll just have them go gather out this way. Got a bit more food coming in, which is good. How's our fishing hut looking? Still pretty good. We're actually going to move that up the shoreline a little bit so it's not overlapping with this fishing shack here. And that should help us get a bit more food in. And of course, remembering we've come through spring. We're now growing some cabbage and stuff. We've got a villager with scurvy. We've got a new travelling merchant here. Everything's going a little bit haywire. We do have now a 100 population cap and 87 villagers in the village. It might well be time to build a new farm. to just keep our stuff coming over. Oh yeah, absolutely. I think there were a couple of things in Banished that you could do it with, but not everything. We are now going to build a brand new field, and I'm going to make this one a nice big wheat field. I can't build it there, so we'll build it here. A 6x8 field of wheat. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put a windmill in over here. Oh wait, it looks like we need some extra stuff for that windmill. The barn will allow us to raise cattle. So it looks like we do actually need... We've got iron mine, pottery building. We've got the apiary, which villagers can harvest for honey. A sand pit, which gives us a place to gather sand. Candle shop. A weaver for linen clothing. Coal mine, gold mine, iron mine, an armory, charcoal kiln, and a soap shop. So what? Hang on. So there's some other stuff missing then. Festival pole, a rat catcher, the vault, which is for the gold, the granary, bakery, barn. Yeah, the windmill there. There's some sort of requirement that we can't seem to have, which is a shame because I wanted to turn this field into something for bread. So we're not going to be able to do that, but we'll get the fence put down to stop animals coming in and messing with our farm. I would recommend this. I think this is a lot less hardcore than Banished. I always had issues with Banished because I seemed to grow very quickly and everybody just died. So yeah, I think this is a lot easier than Banished. It's a lot more forgiving, and obviously because you can tweak the difficulty and stuff, I think you'll have a lot more fun with it. We've got clay now though, which is really good, and stuff is starting to come together. So we're going to put in another well. A villager has caught the flu. Predators are attacking. But our food is looking okay. We just seem to be losing a lot of food to spoilage, even though we don't have anything stored, really. I'm not sure what we can do. But that being said, we're not doing too badly. I think obviously the next step is going to be to sort out this food issue, where we've got quite a few people coming to work now though, and this field should get cleared out very quickly. Yeah, that's exactly it. If you run out of tools or something, that you are literally, yeah, you can't really do anything. It becomes an absolute nightmare. So we are going to take this one. We need her to get home and rest up. So we're going to reduce the number of required guards in there so that she hopefully goes home and gets some rest. Yeah, she's off on her way home, which is good because winter is on its way in. We're at 87 of 112. So if we get to 100, I'll be happy and we'll call it a day. But as you can see, the clays are now getting delivered to the arborist, which means we can start cultivating our own forests and stuff. That's our villager cured of influenza, so we can send her back out to work looking at our guard tower. And we're making a little bit more money as well, which means everything that we're kind of paying for right now, we can afford, thankfully. So we'll speed through the winter, and then hopefully in our new year, we'll be able to expand a little bit further. We've got 2 people in our graveyard, so it's looking pretty good. Yeah, we lost a lot of food to spoilers there at that market. So barrels are probably a good thing to think about building, but we can't get them until tier 3. Fractured bone? Gosh. Right, we need to get you treated by a healer. And what do you do, my good sir? You're a miner. Okay. So, if you can mine me a little bit more clay before before it all goes wrong, then you'll be able to get healed. So what I'll do is I'll take the assigned workers off the arborist, and then we'll hopefully pool them into prioritizing this healer's house. We're going to have Kelsar. We don't want you to work, so it'll just be 1 person working the clay pits. Ooh. I've been sat with my legs crossed for nearly an hour and my right leg has now gone completely numb. Right, villagers are not happy at the moment. I'm not sure why they're unhappy. I think it could be to do with... What could it be to do with? Shoes? A lack of clothes? Probably a lack of food. No firewood. We are out of firewood, okay. So where's our... firewood splitter? I'm going to add another staff member to that. Yeah, okay, so that's the issue. We need more firewood, and we also definitely need more food. It looks like the deer have migrated a little bit. So we're just going to adjust the forager shack again to this area here. And then we're going to have our hunter cabin move over to this area. We'll leave the other one where it is. The fishing shacks are okay. And then there's another forager shack up here. They're fine foraging there. And then this one is also fine foraging there. Okay. Firewood though, big issue. We do have some gold, so what's this village forager? Yeah, we could definitely do with buying. Hopefully this time, if we just move that gold into there. Come on, please work. Right, we've got the gold. Now, I want to buy some clay from you. And I'd like to buy 20 clay. Buy and transfer. So it's worked. It worked. It worked. Amazing. Right, we got the clay. We've got enough clay now for our healer's house. Ah, amazing. It worked. So it was definitely just a little bit of a glitch, I think, that happened with something. Right, the work camp, we're going to move out to here. I completely forgot about that. We now have the healer's hut, which is being built, which means this person with the fractured bone can go and be healed. Excellent. Right, so we'll then enable the construction of the arborist again. And our work camp is... Yep, we're looking pretty good there. They're gathering stone and wood, and they will continue gathering until we tell them to stop. But of course we can still do this. So we're just going to take another swatch over here, and we're going to add berries to that list as well and see if we can actually pick up some berries somewhere. Typhoid is a thing again. So we really need to get that soap maker up and running actually. But now that we have the healer, it's going to be much easier to just cure those issues. So Kelsar over here has the fractured bone, but they will be able to go to... Are they bedridden though? Let's have a quick look. So we are... Our consumption of food and our food produced is really close to each other now. So we're going to have to do something about that. We're waiting for that field to still be done. We've got a travelling merchant in, but at the moment we're losing so much money. It's the healer's house and the soldier training that's really... So you need tallow, I think, to produce soap. So we can actually do it. We can make the soap. We just haven't actually built the soap maker. Where is it? Soap shop. So it's herbs, firewood and tallow, I think. And with that you can make soap. I think we should just do it. Now, the problem is it causes a little bit of an undesirable area. But I think if we fit it in there, right behind the apiary, the arboretum, can then link up a path. Yeah, we'll get that done. This field should be ready soon. This one's looking pretty good. Weed level and rockiness is looking nice, and we're getting plenty of stuff in there. Big yields, and we'll have to hopefully get the same with this one. But yeah, I am just a little bit concerned about our food production at the moment. Luckily though, the location desirability for these houses has increased enough so that we can actually upgrade it, which will improve the capacity of the houses as well. The wood and firewood situation is kind of sorting itself out now that the worker camp is there. And the forager shack will go in there and grab all of those hawthorn berries, which is really good. The only issue is we don't have any stones left in this area. But I'm not too worried about that. So I think the next kind of phase is going to be to get another gathering hut out here. And another fishing shack. So what we could do is build a temporary shelter. We could start building like another small settlement out here, because this is a long way to travel. I suppose it's not that far, but in the grand scheme of things, that's a long way for our villagers to be travelling. So we'll put a fishing shack there, and we'll also put a forager shack right next to it, and then we will put in a temporary shelter right there. Then we'll build a dirt road going along here. We have 14 people coming in, and that's it, we've done it. We now have 100 settlers. And there's a clay pit right there as well, which I just completely ignored. But we're going to get people out there. There's no fishing range, you liars. What is this then? What do you call this? There's loads of fish there. But looking good. We've got the forager shack we're going to build there as well, and once that's put in place we will have this go over to here, which gives us some nice good coverage. We're just waiting for clay to go to the arborist, and then we can start building stuff there. We've got predators attacking, villagers being cured, we've got crops ready for assignment at our brand new farm. So let's have a look at that. So what we want to do is, again, we're going to till the field. Then we're going to go with... We could go with wheat to begin with, but I think we'll go with leeks. Then we'll do clover in the second year, and cabbage. Again, very similar. Now, buckwheat gives us a grain which we need to mill into flour. It's not as good as wheat. It has a much shorter growing period. Wheat, obviously we know. Flax. And then we've got carrots and turnips. So I'm going to go with, in that second period, we'll go with carrots, turnips, and then maintenance. So we get double maintenance going in. Yeah, that works for us. We're actually going to... Okay, we'll accept them. We'll accept them. Because we need the money. So if we bring in more villagers, yes, food is going to be an issue. But also, we're going to be making more money from taxes. So we've got this temporary shelter here, which is where this lot are going to live while they're foraging and grabbing stuff. A child has grown up, a villager has died to illness, which is a shame. But, right, I think that is the perfect time to call the stream there. So I'm going to just pause it. What's going on here? What's spider webs? If desirability near this building doesn't improve, it will be abandoned. Oh my. Okay. Right then. Thanks for that. I didn't know that was a thing. Okay, well, I'm going to save. That is new. I wasn't expecting that. So we're going to save Barrow Home. That's a lot of buildings that we might be about to have abandoned there. So I don't understand, yeah, what we're going to need to do to improve the desirability there. Oh, okay, right, I see. So the desirability is 26%. We need to keep it high for to stay at that level. And I guess this is the same. Yeah, 31%. So somehow it's dropped a little bit and we need to just keep it up there. And desirability has probably been affected by a lack of food, maybe. Well, that's something that we can work out. Anyway, let's get out of here. Back to or just chatting. Right, well, that was a good stream. I hope you enjoyed hanging out tonight. It's been a nice chilled out one until this kind of happened. So hopefully we can sort this out moving forward and then have another good stream on Thursday when we come back to it. But yeah, I am going to head back to the main menu, and I hope you enjoyed this Farthest Frontier stream. I'm going to go to bed now because I'm at work tomorrow. But I had a lot of fun hanging out with you guys, and I'll hopefully see you on Thursday. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you all later. Good night.